Good evening, football fans. Tonight, Liberty Center has traveled to Bryan to take on the Golden Bears. Bryan comes in at 2-1 and Liberty Center at 1-2. Perhaps those records are a bit deceiving. Just for example, Bryan got pasted by Archibald in the first week, but they came back with 2 straight wins and an exciting win over Bryan's win last week over Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry scored 3 first half touchdowns. Bryan, though, managed to stay in the game, highlighted by defense. They had a interception return of 60 yards down inside the red zone. They sacked the quarterback for a safety, and then there was another interception that led to more. So far this year in 3 games, Bryan has actually scored more defensive points or points led directly from the defense's efforts from the offense itself. All right, we'll get into them a little bit more. Now, Liberty Center, on the other hand, 2 really tough losses to first Wasion and then Archibald. Tigers set to kick off. I got to go with apparently they won the toss and deferred their choice till the second half. So Bryan with 5 men up front and the standard 2-2-2 return setup. Kicking off for Liberty Center will be Asa Killam, and he's a boomer. Good hard line drive, end over end. That comes down to the 5-yard line. Returned up the right hash mark, up the right side, and Liberty Center there to cover that up at about the 27-yard line.
Good hard tackle there, number 18. They're giving that to Evan Conrad, that fine junior tight end for the Tigers. Spike also gets on the defensive end position for us.
All right, now one player that we really have to mention here is the tight end, Titus Rohrer. He's 6'6", 250 pounds. And he's already caught something like 25 passes, or 30, I think it is, in 3 games. Now rolling left at the hash mark, lofts it up, and a diving grab that's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. Anyway, I believe the pass led too far up at the 40-yard line, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Camden Crew on the coverage there had him covered like a blanket. Spike, you talk about that Titus Rohrer. My understanding is that fellow was already signed to play for the Cyclones, the Iowa State Cyclones, D1 good football team there, yeah. All
right. Bryan comes out, 2nd and 10, trip receivers to the wide side of the field, single setback. They're going to give a little draw play up the right side, and that's going to go nowhere! Maybe a yard up to about across the 30-yard line, but the Tiger rush defense held strong.
Yeah, left side there for the Tigers. Can't set all the numbers just yet, but, boy, they just plugged that right now.
All right. We've got the defense marked. We'll try to get to that as we go. So they call it a gain of 2. 3rd down and 8 from their own 31-yard line. Bryan with a double wide out to either side, single setback. Out of the shotgun, Wasso. Straight drop. Looks now in trouble, has to spin around there, and it looks like, yes, it's a sack!
Conrad, first man there, got him in a kind of a bear hug, swinging him around, and then 2 other Tigers there.
Owen Box also in on the hit.
To put a crunch on him, so big defense there.
Wow. See, now Liberty Center's at the line of scrimmage. They have already taken charge a little bit here, and that's what they're going to have to do. Of course, we haven't seen the whole package that Bryan's going to throw at us. So with that loss of about 6 yards, ball back just out to about the 23 and a punt attempt here. High, short punt, end over end. That's going to hit at the 50. Picked up, and a quick return, a gutsy return by, I believe, Chappa.
Yep, that was Chappa, and he has turned into quite a return man, Spike. Kind of got his spurs now, and when he catches that ball, he's going in the right direction.
Yeah, caught it. He had a head of steam with the punt being short, and caught it at the 49, came forward 6 yards, and down to the Bryan 45.
Absolute great field position here for the Tigers to commence their opening drive.
All right, Crew at quarterback. They've got Matthews as the wingback over on the left. Phillips, and let's see, I think Kern in the backfield. Wide out to the far side. Gives straight ahead to Phillips. Phillips pounds ahead inside the 40 and down to the 38.
Oh, nice.
Pickup of about 7.
Nice blocking right there. Number 51, Kramer, getting a piece of the action. And then on his left, Spike, who's immediately the left guard there?
That's Owen Johnson.
All right, he got a good push there. And then Phillips was started.
All right, let's get this offensive line. Kramer, the center. Owen Johnson, left guard. Owen Box, the left tackle. And Evan Conrad, the tight end. Zane Graber, right guard, and Evan Holgrave, right tackle.
Yeah, Garber's out there.
Yeah,
63.
Garber. Did I say Graber? Garber,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, give it off that left side to Kern. Kern pounds ahead, sticks his helmet in, pushes ahead for a couple more, and that's going to be a gain of about 6 yards, and the Tigers move the chains. Tigers come right out on the ground, and, of course, that just does nothing but help set up bigger and better things later on. Now into the game, I believe the wide receiver, Trey Patterson. He'll be split out wide to the wide side, the Tiger side of the field. Tigers with wing right, a receiver right, and a single setback. Crew out of the gun and runs play action. Now rolls left, fires out there, got a man out there, caught. That's going to be another first down, a gain of about 12 inside the 21-yard line for Liberty Center.
I think that's our Patterson over there.
Yeah, Patterson lined up wide to the far side.
Okay, that's him. Good
Yep.
hands there. Snagged that ball and took the hit. And
Yep,
moved
did a
the
good
sticks there.
hard down route and then came back and got the ball. All right, now the Tigers show a tight formation. Wing back set to the left. And pitch sweep to Phillips. Phillips are on the left side, cuts it back up to the right. Now heading for the goal line. He's going to be finally brought down around the 2-yard line, and a late flag on the play.
Yeah, that was thrown back at the line of scrimmage, Spike. So they saw a block they didn't like, apparently. And
Wow, that just wiped out about a 14-yard gain by Phillips. Tigers have the ball officially on the 18-yard line. Now we'll see. The walk-off is going to be.
there's a block below the belt there, apparently. There.
We've had a little few of those
that's
this year.
true, Spike. And it's kind of a what you can't hit them below the waistline, apparently.
Yeah, that rule definitely has shifted and changed over the years. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Now that pushes it all the way back. So instead of having the ball down on the 2-yard line, the Liberty Center now has a 1st and 25, so a 15-yard walk-off. Ball's back on the Bryan 32. So the Tigers show a double wide out to the wide side, the Bryan side. They're going to fake it. Now Crew keeps it, tries to cut around the outside, makes a good cut, gets past one, but hit right there and bangs forward inside the 30 down to the 29.
Yeah,
Gain of 3.
35 on the tackle there for Bryan. Let's call that Aiden Peltz. Made a good stop there. Looked like Crew had a little room up ahead, but
Here's their
guys
numbers.
snagged him
Key
good.
names, but it won't matter for this. All right, so Liberty Center now looking at second, and we'll call it about 20 yards to go. Let's see, wide out to this side. In motion going left. They're going to give it to Phillips following the wing back. And Phillips hit at the line, and he'll pound forward for about 3 tough yards. Oh, boy.
Yep.
Down to the 26.
Not just a real lot of green grass ahead of him there. There was plenty of Bryan shirts covering that apparent swing to the outside. Spike, let's recall Asa Killam just a game ago banged a 45-yarder through.
Yeah, he's had 2 long field goals already, so we'll see. The Tigers need to push the ball another 10 yards or so. Wide out to this side, wing package right. They're going to play action now. Crew back to throw. Got a man out there on a swing route. Caught. There at the 20. Inside the 15. And finally hauled down around the 10-yard line.
Conrad.
Yeah, that is going to be. It's going to be decision time for Liberty Center. The ball marked on the 11. They need to get to the we'll call it the 8-yard line.
Boy, their big tight end, Evan Conrad, that junior sensation there, who's figured on playing a lot of basketball for our Tigers. Run a nice pattern. The pass was true, and he just roped that in and got the most out of it.
Crew laid it on the money. Tigers going to go for it. 4th down and 4 officially. Double wide out to the wide side. Single setback, tight end right. And we've got somebody, they didn't call it. Bryan jumped, but maybe didn't break the plane.
Yeah, I thought Crew was kind of looking for that there.
Yeah,
but
and
then they had
then,
to take a timeout because the play clock was running down.
All right, well, that's the way it goes. We'll be back, Captain.
If your game plan for this season includes buying or selling a home, we have you covered. Howard Hanna is the #1 real estate company in Ohio with over 60 local offices across the footprint. Howard Hanna delivers a winning strategy to help make your homeowners. Freedom Seed LLC is a full-service seed company that retails many of the top genetics in the industry. We specialize in AgriPro and strike wheat varieties, Golden Harvest corn and soybeans, Alpha X alfalfa, cereal rye, cover crops, and residential lawn seed. Freedom Seed is here to provide you with knowledge, commitment, and service. For more information, call or text Larry Gherkin at 419-966-4785 or email him at freedomseedllc@gmail.com. Freedom Seed is agronomy in action.
Okay, we're back, and the Tigers are going to go for it. They've got Matthews and, let's see, Chappa spread out wide to the far side. They've got twin setbacks. Tigers need 4 yards. Their ball's on the 11-yard line. No score, 6.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Give to Phillips. Power right up the middle. He's got the first down, and he's across the pipe. He's into the end zone. It's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown. Boy, they took a power game right at him, Jimmy.
Yeah, they did indeed. Had plenty of split outs, and I think Bryan thought there'd be something a little more fancy than that. A nice blocking right up front. Phillips got through the line of scrimmage and just a little bit of dancing.
Very much
was in promised land.
Very much like our first offensive play of the game. Wow. All right, so now Hammond tree to snap. Crew the holder. Asa Killam the kicker. The snap is good. The kick is up and goes off wide to the right. I think the problem started before Asa. The timing just didn't look quite right, but hey, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it has to be a well-oiled maneuver there, and that wasn't slippery enough for it in the right spot.
All right, 6:27 to go. The first score of the game by Liberty Center when they inherited that short field. Liberty leads at 6-0. We'll be back.
Dental Health Associates, where it never hurts to smile. This is Dr. Bill Huntsinger.
Hi, Dr. Bill. This is Dr. Bill Huntsinger of Dental Health Associates, where it never hurts to smile.
Okay, this is weird.
Well, I had to call someone to make a dental appointment. Who else was I going to call?
Good point. So how can I help? Me.
Well, our dental insurance benefits for this year are about to expire, so I thought I'd better schedule an appointment and use it before I lose it.
All right, set to go here. Here's the kickoff. Line drive, that's going to hit at about the 12. Picked up there, return straight up the middle. And a little bit of running room, hit and angled. Brought down up across the 35-yard line.
Yeah,
so
Temperanges, how do you pronounce his name? Ethan Temperanges?
I don't know,
Number
Jimmy.
22 on the first hit, and then he had plenty of help from his friends. We've got to get that down right. He's a junior. He's a 6-foot, buck 85-pounder. Good play on the coverage there. A particularly good first drive for the Tigers, Spike. Remember, they had a play called back because of a block that they weren't in approvance of. And, my gosh, the Tigers had about a 1st and 26, I believe that was, and yet got through that and was able to convert on a 4th down and put her in the end zone.
Okay. So a penalty on the return pushes Bryan back to their own 20-yard line. So they'll have a 1st and 10 there. Double wide out to either side. Straight drop. Looks, throws for the sideline. Lofted up there. A leaping catch up around the 28-yard line. And that's going to be good for a gain of, well, we'll see where the spot is. It looks like a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, coverage by Evan Long and also Cameron Foster over here. But a good pitch and catch by the Bears.
All right, 2nd and 1. The ball officially on the 30 of Bryan. Trip receivers to the wide side. That tall 6'6" tight end, Rohrer, spread out wide over here by himself. They've got Trey Patterson on him. All right, dropping back, looking. They're going to look. Nothing there. Forced to scramble. Still going now, lobs it up in the air, and it is finally caught.
Spike, we were all over that number 16, and he still made the catch, and real good pressure on the quarterback. They dropped a flag in there. Don't know what we're going to see.
Yeah, we flushed him out of the pocket. He rolled and then finally had to turn, scramble, and just lofted it up into the mess. And
Pretty much was a pop-up, but
Yeah.
Rohrer, having such a physical presence out there, was able to fight off the competition there.
All right, so it appears to be a pass interference.
Wow.
And, boy, that's going to give Bryan, well, it couldn't have been pass interference.
Hey, wait a minute. They took the catch, and now they're moving it up.
It must have been, yeah, it was something besides I didn't get the call. Anyway, now Bryan, with that added penalty yardage to the grab that was good up across the 40, it was a 10-yard penalty. Bryan has the ball on the 47. Here's the snap on a sweep right, looking for room and hauled down there from behind.
51 on
And Evan
Kramer.
Yeah. Evan ran him down from behind from his nose tackle spot.
Yeah, he doesn't get much too far away from the ball. He plays center on offense, and then he just goes across the line of scrimmage and plays that nose tackle spot.
All right, 2nd down and 8 for Bryan on Liberty Center's 45. Tigers lead at 6-0, but Bryan moving the football. Now straight drop, lob high. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be cut up inside the hash mark, and it's going to be good for about 12 yards, and that's a Bryan 1st down. They got him out in the open and just lobbed it up and over the top of the pass rush.
Yeah, it looked like Conrad might have got a piece of that, but boy, good concentration by number 2 on the Bears there, Caleb
All right,
Kepler.
So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, out of shotgun. Here's a little draw play, stopped right there, and it's going to be a loss of a couple.
Yeah,
Owen Johnson.
One of those Owen fellas there,
Yeah.
Spike. We got 3 of them on the team, you know.
Johnson, a linebacker, came blasting through there. Inside linebacker. And so officially a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11. The ball at the Liberty Center, 36. Double wide out to the far side. Single over here. Quarterback now rolling right. Looking upfield. Nothing there yet. Now turns it up and runs. Makes a cut. Gets past one tackler and nosedives forward inside the 30 down to about the 27.
Yeah, Owen Johnson on a good hard-nosed tackle, but give the Bryan quarterback a little bit of credit. He saw the coverage out there on his receivers, and he tucked that ball under his arm and got real yardage there.
Ethan Wasson, this is his 1st year at quarterback. So a pickup of 8, 3rd down and 2 from the 26. Quarterback looks, now lost it over there on a quick sideline slant. Caught, now fumbles the ball, and it'll roll out of bounds. Tigers knocked it out of his hands at around the 20.
Yeah.
It was 1st down yardage anyway for the Golden Bears.
Cameron Foster got a piece of him there a little bit, and pretty piece of luck, Spike, if you can fumble it out of bounds.
Yeah, the ball just kept on end over end, bouncing and rolling, and just kept right on going. Tigers had no way of catching. All right, now on the left hash mark, Bryan with a 1st and 10 at the 18. Motion coming back to the quarterback. Hand off to the motion man. Tigers in pursuit. They try to cut it up, and that's another big gain for the Bryan Golden Bears of about, we'll say about 9 yards around that right side, and the Golden Bears down, an 11-yard gain, so they're down officially inside the 10-yard line.
I think Foster got him over there. Had a lot of hot pursuit there by a lot of white shirts. Tigers on defense, but does move the sticks for the Bears.
Yeah, this quarterback is agile, versatile, and mobile, so they've got first and goal just outside the 9-yard line. Double wide out to the short side of the field. Now motion back this way. They fake the motion. Give it straight ahead, and the Tigers right there, and they'll slow him down for maybe a yard gain on the play.
Yeah, Conrad had a piece of him. So did number 50. Is 50 out there?
1 yard, second goal from the 8.
It's either 50 or 60. I know there's quite a difference. I'm going to say it's 60. It's Riley Weaver putting whacking on him there.
All right, now Bryan trip receivers to the wide side of the field. Single setback, tight end spread out wide. Low snap, bounces, quarterback scoops it up. Now tries to scramble, breaks one, dives forward inside the 5, inside the 3 to about the 2, and so Bryan moving the football against Liberty Center.
Yeah, Evan Kramer finally drove him to the turf, but as you say, a pick up there by the Bears. They're in there close.
Yep. Bryan started this drive back at their 21-yard line. 1:47 left in this first quarter. Liberty Center leads at 6-0, and now Bryan, they've got a mix-up. Yep, they had to call a timeout. They didn't get a substitution in, and they had to go with a funny setup there, a funny formation, and so they were forced to call a timeout, I'm sure, to beat the clock.
Yeah.
All right, on the timeout, let's turn it right back over, and we'll be back.
Choose Amanda Burmeister, your local Howard Hanna real estate expert, to help you buy or sell your home today. Amanda utilizes the most advanced technology in real estate to sell your home faster and easier and for more money. Are you ready to make the move? Call 419-494-2102 to connect with Amanda now.
All right, the timeout's over. Teams regroup. The ball down on the 2-yard line, second and goal from the 2 for the Bryan Golden Bears. They come to the line of scrimmage. They show the big guy, the 6'6", the receiver, out wide to the right. Other than that, a tight formation. 2 tight ends. 2 up backs. Now the quarterback going to keep it, tries to go to the right side, and he's into the end zone off the Bryan right side, and a touchdown for the Golden Bears. The score now stands 6-6.
Yeah, they got a push over there on the right side, and just enough. When you're down there on the 2-yard line, doesn't take much.
Was that the quarterback's number 4? I thought
that was number 2. Number 2 did the scoring on that.
Okay, so yeah, a little bit of Wildcat stuff. Now the Bryan Golden Bears going for the point after touchdown. That's blocked. Oh, it was a low kick. Somebody got a hand on it, but that ball had trouble right off the bat.
Yeah.
So that's something you read about but seldom ever see. Both teams failed to convert the PAT kick. So at the 1:38 mark of the first quarter, the score is tied between the Bryan Golden Bears and the Liberty Center Tigers at 6 apiece. We'll be back after the break.
Swanton Welding is a metal fabricator specializing in custom metal fabrication, clean air fabrication, dust collection systems, sheet metal fabrication, and structural steel fabrication jobs. We provide domestic and international service and offer an ISO-certified production shop. Their main facility is located in Swanton, where they provide custom fabrication and specialty services from engineering to delivery using certified welders and the most current technology. They have a history of completing very large and complex projects down to simple weldments. Having one of the best equipped fabrication shops in the area allows them to complete your project on time with superb.
Okay, we're back. Minute 38 left in the quarter. Bryan getting set to kick off here. A high end over end, a short kick taken there at the 19-yard line. Return to the right, straight ahead, has a seam, pounds his way forward, up across the 35, still pushing, and up to about the 36. Tigers have...
that was Johnson on the return, Spike. Number 55 is dinged a little bit right there now.
Yeah, Cole Colley. Yeah, got hurt in the melee. It was it looked like a rugby mess up there. Everybody piled up a rugby scrum. But we've got stoppage on the field for an injury while they tend to Colley. Well, now sitting up and turning. I think he got shook up. Now walking off with the trainer, but good sign. He's under his own power and actually trotted a little bit there as he crosses that sideline. All right, that's good for Liberty Center. Certainly depth is an important thing in any football season, but especially this one. So, the situation. Liberty Center comes out, 1st and 10 with 1:29 in the quarter. They've got the ball on their own 37-yard line. A double wide out over here, single wide out to the far side, the ball on the left hash. They put Matthews in motion. He takes the handoff, cuts it up off the left side, still powering and driving his way, and he's going to pick up about 9 or 10. We'll see how they spot it here. Wow, Dylan Matthews, a wingback end sweep.
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks for us.
Yep, they're going to call that an 11-yard gain, so the ball up to the 48-yard line of Liberty Center. Now, Liberty Center needs to answer right away. Bryan, you don't want to give them reason to hang around and think they can do it. All right, spread out wide to this side is Chapa. Tigers with a double wing set, single setback. And Phillips pounds ahead, play blown dead. Phillips got through the line of scrimmage up across the 50, and then it was stopped.
Delay a game is a call.
Oh, really? I didn't see the game clock. All right, well, it could have been worse. Only a 5-yard penalty.
But that's a tough one, you know. You think you're ready to go and try it again.
Well, but the Tiger offense is potent enough. I think they can overcome any such
yeah, they've gotten around a couple penalties this evening already.
Oh, yeah. All right. So they come out. Chapa again, spread out wide to this side. Double wing set. Phillips a single setback. Crew under center gives to Phillips off that left side. Gets to about the 45. He might have got a couple, but that's it. Yeah, gain of 2 on the play. So, Jimmy, that'll bring up 2nd down and 13. And Liberty Center really hasn't tested Bryan yet in any of the deep stuff. Crew's thrown about 3 passes, but he's been on target.
He has. Conrad caught a fairly deep pass there early when it really counted, but that's going to be a quarter.
All right, we're all knotted up at 6 and to 1, and with that, we'll be back.
Hill Asphalt has been Northwest Ohio's asphalt repair specialists for 40 years. Anything you need done, Hill Asphalt can do it. It includes seal coating, stripping, and crack filling. They also do residential and commercial jobs. For anything you need, Hill Asphalt for 40 years has been the place for asphalt repair. Give them a call, 419-592-8399.
We've got KK Collision, Swanton Welding, Pisanello's Pizza, Karen and Jim Savage, Dave's Auto Service, Larry Black, Germ-Free Innovations with Mark and Lynn Bly, Dental Health Associates of Sylvania, Amanda Burmeister, Howard Hanna Realty, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking, also Hill Asphalt Paving, and Larry Gherkin with 2 businesses, Freedom Seed and Golden Harvest. Okay, now, Tigers after that break for the quarter, they come back. They show 2 wide outs to the wide side, the Tiger side of the field, ball on the left hash. Crew back to throw. Now runs the draw, cuts it up, looks to the outside, still on his feet, breaks through 1 tackle, pounds his way all the way up, or all the way down across the 45 of Bryan, down to the 44. So a gain of about 10 yards, about 10 yards. And so Liberty Center, instead of a 2nd down, and 12. Now they're looking at a third down and about a short 3 yards.
Yeah, Spike, that was a run all the way, but good job by Crew. He knew what he wanted to do and just got at it.
Yeah, kind of kicked it to the outside. All right. Wide out to this side, twin setback. They're going to give it to Phillips, second back through, off the right side, running room, inside the 40, pounds his way down to the 35-yard line, brought down there after a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to be a Liberty Center Tiger first down.
Good blocking down there, 51 on the point way out there, making it happen there. Even Kramer, having a good year, Spike, that Kramer kid.
Yep, Zane Garber, the guard on that side, and Holgrave. All right, Tigers come out, wide out to the wide side over here. Tight formation, give straight ahead to Phillips. Phillips still pounding and driving and digging inside the 30 and down to the 28 of Bryan. So a gain of about 7 more, Jim.
Yeah, he's a heck of a fullback there. Conrad with the block and 57. Owen, one of the Owen fellows there. Owen Johnson with a good push.
Yep.
Tigers owning this line of scrimmage at this point.
All right, so things looking better. They're down to the Bryan 28-yard line. It's going to be second down and 7. Wide out to the far side, wing over here, give straight ahead, and hit right away. Phillips, I don't think, was able to pick up much. Yeah, maybe a yard. That'll make it third down and 2, and with the ball at the 27, obviously, the Tigers are in 4-down territory. Okay, Tigers break the huddle. Patterson comes out here wide to the Bryan side. The ball between the hash marks. Wing back package to the left, tight end right. Now they're going to give it on Phillips on a power off the right side. Breaks through one tackle. Breaks through another. Pounds his way down to the 5-yard line. Finally brought down from behind.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Yeah, there was contact on him pretty shortly, but the line got him into the secondary, the early stages of the secondary, and then several Bears had shots at him but didn't wrap up and bring him down.
He's just a tough runner. He's got those power legs, and he just drives and pulls. We're going to call it a 22-yard gain. So Liberty Center first and goal on the 5-yard line of the Golden Bears. They'll show a wide out to the wide side, ball on the right hash. Give now, same way. Hit right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Bryan doing a little stunting.
Yeah, two Bears right there to wrap him up right there, probably behind the line of scrimmage or right at the line of scrimmage. And wow, Phillips has got a lot of yards already this first quarter and part of the second quarter.
All right, same formation. Tigers with a wide out to the wide side of the field. Ball just inside the right hash. 2 setbacks. They're going to give it to Phillips again. Power off the right side. Cuts down inside the 3, down to inside the 2-yard line. Another gain for Liberty. So the Tigers now grinding this thing down. It's going to be third and goal. We'll see. They spot the ball, I believe, at the 2-yard line of Bryan.
Yeah, that was on that Tiger right side there again. Must be Garber out there and
Yep,
Evan
Garber
Holgrave
and Holgrave, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so wing package to the left, wide out, dive straight ahead.
Crew
on a keeper, and let's see, no signal yet. He's close. It is! It's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown! There was no handoff there. Crew very seldom. Liberty quarterbacks don't run the sneak from very often from 2 yards out, but that time the Liberty boys piled it up, poured it on, pulled it over, and boarded into the end zone.
Yeah, Evan.
Okay, Hammond tree to snap. Crew the holder, the snap good. Kick is up, and that split the uprights. That's good, and Liberty Center goes on top 13-6.
Yeah, good line play on that drive by the Tigers, and of course Phillips does what he normally does. If you can get him just a little start, he's a bull to bring down. But that last play on the quarterback sneak, you're correct. Not that many quarterback sneaks in there tight, but Crew thought he could do it, and Kramer and the guards on either side of him delivered.
Most importantly, the coaches knew he could do it, and that's why they pulled it off.
Isn't that a kind of an audible for him there? I don't know. We ought to check that out. I think he calls his own number if he thinks the defensive lineup looks like it would afford a couple yards.
Well, I'm sure that's possible. Okay, 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Liberty Center on top, 13-6. Okay, so Bryan with the standard return set up, 5-man, standing just at the 50-yard line, and then their return package on back. Now Killam ends up booming one. That's going to come down at the 10-yard line out along the sideline. Now return cut to the left and brought down on a solo tackle.
Yeah, number 4 nailed him there, Dakota Schultz, and I mean that was a one-man show, Spike.
Boy, he took him right out. He grabbed the hold and flipped him and turned him and twisted him, and bang, he was down. Got him down there around just below the knees. That's a textbook tackle.
Yeah, a lot of times these reserves get to flesh out the special teams, and they don't miss their chance.
All right, Bryan with the ball at their own 25-yard line. Trip receivers over here to the Bryan side, the wide side of the field. Single setback out of the gun. They'll look. They throw it up inside, and that pass is a leaping effort by their number 2, their receiver Caleb Kepler, but failed to hang on to the ball. It was a high pass.
Yeah, it was. There's a couple Tigers looked like they could have just about scooped on that.
All right, so 2nd and 10. Bryan, that tight end, lines up, but is a wide out over here, double wide out to either side. Single setback. Quarterback takes a 3-step drop. Now fires the home run ball up there. Ball up, and a great effort there by Mr.
Patterson covered him. That was
Trey Patterson stayed with him. The ball was lofted high, just kind of a throw it up and hope. Patterson got a hand on it at the last minute, all the way down to the 40-yard line of Liberty Center. So the ball traveled about 40 yards in the air. Yeah. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
I think that receiver would want another look at that because, my goodness, it seemed like it went through him. But I know Patterson was right there, spoiled it.
Yep, now the 6'6" tight end is spread out wide over to the far side on the short side. Trip receiver package over here to the wide side from the left hash. Quarterback just fires it up underneath, and a great job there to step up. And Liberty Center on the tip play almost came up with the INT. Jim, who got to the
that was number 11. That was Foster, and he made a play on the ball just as the Bryan receiver did. The Bryan receiver wanted interference. No, they both got it right for the ball. They got there at the same time.
That was a simultaneous. Great job of Cameron Foster to read that play.
Yeah, and then the tip gave another Tiger a chance at a pick there. I think Owen Long, also had a shot at that ball, so good defense there by the Tigers.
All right, 7:40 left here in this second quarter, and Bryan back in punt formation. Tigers have, let's see, I believe that's Chapel back at his own 35. He'll take it there and bobbles it, falls on it, so Liberty will take over at the 32. Yeah. He had to backpedal at the last minute.
He did. That's a strong leg. That's by that Iowa Cyclone Foster there. Not Foster. What is his name? Right? 16. Rohrer. Titus Rohrer.
Yep. 37-yard punt. And not a chance of any return there, especially with having to backpedal and then bobble. So the Tigers take over. 7.5 to go, second quarter. They lead it 13-6. Ball on the Liberty Center's own 33. Wide out to either side. Tight end set to the left. Now motion coming this way. They're going to fake to the motion man Matthews. Crew out to the flats. Throws it up and too high.
Yeah, Phillips was over there, but wasn't going to be completed.
Well, and you got to like Liberty's offense. Yeah, they're dominated by the run, but they show you so many different things. They'll show you motion. They'll run a guy out in the flats. They'll they'll swing a guy out. They'll use the wing back to go in motion and then block. And they just show a lot of stuff.
That makes the defense continually have to guess.
All right, so Tigers with double wing set. Wide out to the far side. Play action, fake to Phillips. They'll throw it out there, and
Phillips.
That was Phillips out in the pattern.
Yeah.
That pass knocked down, incomplete. So Liberty Center now looking at a 3rd and 10 from their own 32. 2 quick plays, only used 9 seconds here in this second quarter, 7:21. 13-6 Liberty Center, but they need 10 to keep the football. They break the huddle. And they're going to show a couple of receivers out here to the wide side. Now Crew rolling against his arm to his left. Looks, throws, lobs it. Got a man out there, caught by Patterson. Up across the 45, up to the 48. Patterson came a long way. He lined up on the right side as more or less a wing back and then did a hard slant across the field and actually caught the ball about 40 yards from where he started on a straight across route.
Yeah, and Chapa ran a good pattern to help pull the defense away just a little bit, but a nicely conceived and well executed pass play.
Yep, completion of 23 yards. So now Chapa spread out wide to the right. We've got a wing package right and a tight end left. They're going to run power to Kern. Kern up inside the 40. Still going. Twists and turns. Spins his way down to the 36.
Yeah, good hard run there by Carter Kern.
Yep, he got a good lead block and then was able to cut outside and then back up inside. Took on the tacklers. Picks up 9. Clock running, 6:50 here in the second quarter. Tigers with a 13-6 lead, and they're on the march again. The ball with that first down is, second down and 1 after the gain of 9. It's on the 36 of Bryan. Now play action again. Crew throws, got a man out there on a swing route. That's grabbed out there by Kern. Kern breaks a tackle at the 30. Twists and turns his way down inside the 25-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 11 and a Tiger first down.
All right, good concentration there by Kern. He caught that ball and it popped loose on him, but he stayed right with it and raked her in, and good gain on that pass play.
If you're defending Liberty Center and you see Phillips, it looks like they're going to hand the ball off to him, you're going to freeze about 5 defenders. So the Liberty able to use those swing routes to their advantage. All right, now they're going to run power football to Kern. Kern outside, and then cuts it up the middle. Still on his beat, and he powers his way inside the 15-yard line down to the 14.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a gain of another about 14 yards on the play.
Yeah, excuse me, Spike.
Yeah, go ahead.
Carter Kern a little dinged up here the last couple weeks, and his dad said he's about 80% tonight, and I think it's a good 80%.
You better believe it. All right, now the Tigers come out. The ball is on the 19-yard line, 1st and 10. Patterson spread out wide to the left. They're going to give quick hitter to Phillips, and he'll pound down to about the let's see. The ball was on a mistake. The ball was on the 13. And now they're down to about the 11. So we're going to call it a gain of short 2. All right. Scoreboard says second down and 9. Tigers with the wide out to the short side of the field. The wing package left. They're going to give powers to Phillips. Phillips pounds inside the 5 and breaks it right down the heart of the plate into the end zone. And that, my friends, is the 3rd Liberty Center Tiger touchdown.
Yeah, there was some confusion there by the Bears. They kind of took themselves out of the play. The Tiger line was surging forward, ready to block, but they were sure looking for something else there, Spike, because he was untouched.
Behind Owen Johnson, Owen Box. All right, Tigers set to kick. Hammondtree the snap, a little high. Good grab by Crew, but that ball sails off to the right. It was blocked.
Yeah, that high snap. He just couldn't get her down and set in time, and That has to be a meticulously perfect, flawless play there by about 3 guys.
Well, and I would have to believe that possibly the 6'6"
Yeah, he might add a little something.
roarer had something to do with that baby. Otherwise, it might have snuck its way through inside that right upright. All right, with 5:27 to go here in the first half, Liberty Center with 19 and Bryan 6. We'll be back.
Make sure your rides are ready to go. Red Barn Sales and Service has an expert service department that can handle small engine work for your snowmobile, ATV, and UTV. They also have a diesel shop that offers complete semi-repair. Red Barn Sales and Service is a full-service dealership for Ferris, Simplicity, Husqvarna, and Snowway. Stop out and see them at S440 State Route 109 in Liberty Center, or give them a call at 419-533-6208. They're here to help. Red Barn Sales and Service is a proud sponsor of Liberty Center Sports.
Here's the kickoff. High end over end, all the way down to the 5-yard line. They're going to return it up the right hash mark. Tries to cut outside and hit right away, and I believe that's our old friend, number 7, Emmett Perry.
Yeah, 58 also got in there, but 58 being Tanner Klein. But there was a block in the back, Spike. I mean, clearly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if the officials would have been seeing that, they'd be marching those Bears toward their goal line.
All right, so pivotal drive series here coming up. 6:20 left in the the first half. 19-6, Liberty leads. Bryan with the ball. They're going to show double wide out to the far side. Now out of shotgun. They'll throw a high swing over the middle. That's going to be caught up across the 35. And on that skinny post up across the 40, up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Crew and Matthews, good coverage there, but a perfect pass, and, well, that's what happens on a perfect pass.
Yep, he got single coverage and was able to take advantage. All right, so Bryan, 6 minutes left in the half. Up ball at the 45, their own 45. Double wide out to either side. Out of shotgun. Now two-step drop. Looks over the middle. Nothing there. Now sprints out. Tries to get away, but the Tigers hone that in and slow that down. Maybe a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, 54 and 62 in the play.
Yeah,
60.
Evan Holgrave and Owen Box.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to call it 2nd down and 6. The ball on Bryan's own 49-yard line. So trip receivers to the Tiger side of the field, one over here, single setback. They run everything out of the gun. Two-step drop. Now looks. Nothing there. Now throws. Launches a home run ball. Got a man wide open. Caught. And finally brought down out the 15-yard line.
Yeah, number 17, Dylan Matthews, caught up with him there. But, man, that was a big play. And Spike, Patrick Henry had him smoked for the most of the game. And in the fourth quarter, Bryan came to life and just lit it up. So these Bears can do it in a hurry if they make something click a few times.
36-yard pass completion. 1st and 10 at the 15 of Liberty Center. 4 minutes left in the second. They're going to give it on a sweep to the right and hit in the backfield and breaks one tackle, gets back to the 15-yard line, and that's going to be it. Tigers with terrific pursuit.
Yeah, Cameron Foster there just wailed him there, and then 51, Even Kramer put the kibosh on him there.
All right, Bryan not using much time. They get signals from the sideline. They officially get 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 9, the ball on the Liberty 14-yard line. Double wide out to the left side, one on the right. Single setback, straight drop. Now rolls left, looking. Quarterback has time. Now heads for the corner and breaks one, dives, and I think he's in. Yep, it's a Bryan touchdown. The quarterback took one look and then sprinted to his left, and when he saw daylight, he ran and dove for the corner, got it. So it's a 19-12 game. Bryan with the score with 3:17 left in the half.
Spike, that's a very athletic quarterback. He wanted to pass, but his receiver's pretty well covered. So when he went around that way, he just needed to make one man miss, and he had the advantage. And by golly,
he's a senior, but
puts
it's
her
his
in-
first year of starting. So, all right. So now Bryan trailing by 7. And surprisingly enough, they're going to set up to go for 2. And I'm not sure just why. Here's the snap, a bobble, and breaks 1. And submarine there by
54.
Holgrave.
Yep.
But there's a flag on the play, a face mask. Early indications is it's against Bryan. And trailing by 7, I think wouldn't you kick the extra point to get within 6?
Yeah, it's going to go against the Tigers there, point.
Really? Oh, no. But then
That'll get them closer. They'll get to have a do-over on this attempt.
maybe they don't trust their extra point kicker.
You don't know.
The kicking game. So
But you're right. If they could get her to 6, and that's just an extra point.
Okay, all right. Captain's pointing out number 2 is going to wildcat this. That is Caleb Kepler, a 5'8" senior. Yeah, he's back now. They're still huddling there at the officials. Wow, 3:17 left in the second quarter, 19-12. And so the ball is what, on the 2? Anyway, here they go. They've got one wide out to the wide side. That might be where they throw the high jump ball to. Last time they ran it up the middle. We'll see where the Wildcat. And somebody jumped on the line of scrimmage from Bryan, and that's going to shove them back 5.
Yeah, that'll get them away from the goal line. A little
Sure,
bit.
that'll show them where the boar ate the cabbage.
The boar ate the cabbage. Where's that come from,
I don't
Spike?
know. I used to hear that up to the pool hall.
Shame money.
All right, now we'll see a false start.
Having a hard time getting this extra point conversion worked out.
Yep, so the ball.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, the quarterback back in, so we can look for probably a sprint out pattern. But they're back. The ball is back around the 6-yard line, and they're going to go for 2. Here's the snap, dropping back, throws over the middle, incomplete. That's no good. Good pass defense there, I think, by Matthews. Dylan Matthews, 17, got in the way of the receiver, and there was nobody to go to. So Liberty Center now still hangs on, 19-12, that 7-point lead, and only one extra point converted tonight on 5 touchdowns is that one by Liberty Center.
Yeah,
all right, well, let's take a break.
Hey, Liberty Center Tiger fans, if your game plan for this season includes buying or selling a home, we have you covered. Howard Hanna is the #1 real estate company in Ohio with over 60 local offices across the footprint. Howard Hanna delivers a winning strategy to help make your home ownership dreams a reality. Make your next move with confidence with our exclusive 100% money-back guarantee. Get in the game with Howard Hanna. We'll get you more. Call your local agent Amanda Burmeister today at 419-494-2102.
All right, we're back. 3:17 to go. The score, 19-12, Liberty Center. Bryan gets set to kick off after their second TD. A good punch down there, ahead to about the 13-yard line. Return straight up the hash mark. A great job breaking a tackle head on. That was Chappa.
Yeah.
Took a big dude on. They hit, and he simply cranked and spun and broke that tackle and got up to about the 30-yard line. So Liberty Center will take over. Ball... Okay, officially, they don't spot the ball on the ground anymore. The center gets it. The referee will just have his marker down there. So, Liberty Center, 1st and 10 at their own 29. Double wing back package, single setback, wide out over here. Matthews in motion. They're going to run a pitch sweep to Phillips. Phillips submarined out there at the line of scrimmage. Bryan read that play and took care of that for no gain.
Yeah, they've seen number 24, Phillips, very often, and thereby they are certainly keying on that that
Yeah.
fellow.
I'll do it. All right, so the Tigers, after no gain, they come out. 2:45, clock running here in the second quarter. Matthews in motion, power sweep to the left this way. Phillips with it, cuts outside. Now Spill on his feet, breaks another one up the sideline across the 40 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Yeah,
Pickup of about 16.
I got to give Owen Johnson's a real shout out for a great block there, Spike. He didn't pancake the guy, but he sure pushed him off target, and thereby Phillips could get around the corner.
Boy, that was the good old-fashioned Southern Cal student body sweep. They got the wing back out there up in front. They got the pulling guard out in front.
Yeah.
And it good for 16. All right, 1st and 10 at their own 49. Matthews in motion the other way. Phillips follows around the right side, cuts it up the middle. He's got running room right down the middle, cuts it to the hash, slows down, picks up speed, and finally hauled down at around the 4-yard line of Liberty Center. A 40, let's see here, about a 46-yard pickup, we'll call it. He powered off the right side. He went behind Matthews, the wing-back pulling.
Yeah, and Zane Garber was the pulling guard from that spot there, Spike, and he went down and made a block about, just about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what popped him open for that big, big gain. He got out in wide open spaces. All right, wide out to the left, wing back package to the left, tight end right, under center. Crew gives off the right side. Garrettson pounds down. Let's see, the ball officially was on the 5. Gets down to maybe the 4.
Wow.
Boy, Phillips probably.
Yeah, just got the word. He's got 147 yards rushing as a first half effort here, Spike.
All right, now we've got a timeout down on the field. I didn't see who called it, but a pivotal position, a pivotal point in the game. Minute 44, 19-12 Liberty Center. With a second goal on the 4, we've got a timeout. All right, let's get a few of our sponsors. Excuse me. We have Pam and Dick Leatherman, Helen and Randy McClure, in memory of Robbie and Jackson, Red Barn Sales and Service, Sarah Miles and family with Clark, Courtney, and Kira, Sarah with heart surgery just very recently, Davis Farm Services, Friends of the Library, good luck to all fall teams and the band. Kay Showman, Marty and Robin Weimer, and of course their sponsorship is in honor of Mr. Football himself, Kip Kern. The Snyder Brothers, Kevin and Duke. Diamond Cut Custom Designs. Select Sanitation. The Tiger Dairy Bar with Becky Spradlin. Also want to mention Billy Kruger listening in, Gary Arps out in Arizona, Grandma Sue Lubinsky for Brecken Garrettson. Also a shout out to Gene Kern, Kent Michael Speece, and Lonnie Bonner Dissup. All right, now the Tigers come back out. Let's see. Liberty, it must have been Bryan with the timeout. Liberty still has 2 remaining. Tigers come out, they break the huddle, they come to the line of scrimmage. Patterson spread out wide to the left, the Bryan side, the wide side. Wing back set to the left. They're going to run power sweep left, looking for a cut. That's Phillips pounding inside, down to the 2, down to the 1. He's into the end zone! He's into the end zone! It's another Liberty Center Tiger touchdown!
Spike, good power running there, and the Tiger left side over there, Owen Johnson and Owen Box on the left side there, just got a good push. They engaged those Bears, and wasn't much for...
Yeah, and you could always
Phillips
figure that Dylan Matthews, the kick is up, and it is good. So now the Tigers extend that lead to two full 7-point touchdown scores. They lead at 26-12 with 1 minute and 38 seconds left here in the first half.
Yeah, Spike, the Tiger offense is just plain been rolling.
Wow.
I think they've not punted the Tigers offense.
I don't believe.
No.
And Jim, coming into the game, Phillips had a huge lead. He had like 470 yards. Next guy closest had 320. And he's got, according to the captain, he's got 151 tonight.
Yeah.
Wow, what a job. But look, it's the precision and the stick-to-itiveness of our offensive line.
Exactly.
We have owned 4 straight our offensive line has owned the game 4 straight times now.
They have, even fighting through a few penalties. But how about the variance in the play calls? I mean, we're seeing a pass, we're seeing some mixed action. Carter Kern was having his way out there some, and
Yep.
it's just a good.
All right, here's the kick, and Asa Killam gets his foot into this one, comes down at an angle and around the 10-yard line. They hem him in, and they're going to bring him down right there.
Foster again.
Yeah, Cameron Foster, a junior,
Yep.
with another big hit. Had some help, but he made the first initial big hit. Wow.
Yeah.
That was their big guy, wasn't it, Ruhr?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But, boy, Foster, he's going to get a reputation on those
Boy, I'll
coverage
say, and
there.
if it isn't him, it's Emmett Perry. All right, minute 33. Bryan has the ball on their own 28-yard line. Snap, back, lofts it out there, caught out there in the flats, hit right away, now spins. Tigers get some help there.
Yep.
Pickup of about 6 on the play. But with the dink and dunk, that might be difficult to move the ball down the field all the way.
Yeah,
So Bryan to the line of scrimmage quick. They show a wide out to the Liberty side, double wide out over here on the Bryan side, ball inside the left hash. Quarterback out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back, looks, nothing there.
Yeah.
Here comes pressure, still on his feet, and they do get him! It's a
Number
Signorino!
18 now. Number 11 had hounded him hard, and he had to duck and dive to get away from Cameron Foster. Then Conrad nails him, and so
Yeah, and that might have been partially a coverage sack too, because he had nowhere to go with the ball. Tigers kept up the pressure. All right, trip receivers to the wide side for Bryan. 3rd down and 7. Back to throw. Now has to cut it up. Breaks one. Lofts the high. Archer up there. And incomplete. What? Oh, come on. That's terrible.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
where was the interference? They called interference
Yeah.
on Liberty Center.
They did. Chap,
He never turned his back, but he never.
yeah, Chap.
Yeah, he did not turn his back, or he never turned his back to the quarterback and found the ball.
Yeah.
But I didn't see where he ran into him.
Well, they don't like that. If you're not looking for the ball, they don't want you waving at the receiver. And he was close enough to where he felt the ball coming, so he waved it away. And
All right,
so the ref didn't even have the right position to make that call.
no, that should have been a guy across the field. Well, there is 22 seconds left. Bryan with the ball now at their own 48. It was a 15-yard penalty. Now they throw the home run ball lofting high up there, and picked off by Dylan Matthews at the 25. Returns it up the left sideline, still going across the 40, and drives his way up to about the 43. Boy, they put too much air under that one. They tried to get it to the 6'6" guy, but Matthews had another plan.
Yeah, that was ruptured.
Yeah, whack, whack.
Straight
The
up in the
captain
air
over here chirping up. So a big interception.
Yeah, I got to tell the listeners out there, stay tuned, because halftime will be the captain talking with the Liberty athletic director. So that'd be a good thing to hear. Stay with ORN radio here.
Wow. Well, it's going to be Liberty Center's ball, so that at this point with 9 seconds left in the half, it's rather academic.
But what was the call there?
I don't know.
It was a hold there, captain says there. Blocking the back, Kenny? Well, Spike, what are you doing here? You going to open it up, or are you going to just sort of take it easy and go into halftime?
The tight formation with a back there to as a safety man kind of tells
Take a
the
knee
story.
there,
Yep.
yeah.
Crew takes a knee. That ends the half. And while Bryan gave them all they had with 2 long touchdown drives, Liberty Center prevails so far in this first half. They lead it as we go to the break. The Liberty Center Tigers 26. The Bryan Golden Bears 12. We'll be back with the halftime entertainment.
Dental Health Associates, where it never hurts to smile. This is Dr. Bill Huntsinger.
Hi, Dr. Bill. This is Dr. Bill Huntsinger of Dental Health Associates, where it never hurts to smile.
Okay, this is weird.
Well, I had to call someone to make a dental appointment. Who else was I going to call?
Good point. So how can I help? Me.
Well, our dental insurance benefits for this year are about to expire, so I thought I'd better schedule an appointment and use it before I lose it.
Good thinking. So when am I free?
I think I know the answer to that.
Ha! I got me.
Folks, it's use it or lose it time. Your dental insurance benefits will expire at year's end. If you don't want to lose your insurance benefits, call the Sylvania or Swanton office of Dental Health Associates now and schedule your appointments. And now you can meet Dr. Bill and join him in his free Change Your Life dental implant seminars. Meet Dr. Bill. Go to itneverhurtstosmile.com for days and times. That's itneverhurtstosmile.com.
Swanton Welding is a metal fabricator specializing in custom metal fabrication, clean air fabrication, dust collection systems, sheet metal fabrication, and structural steel fabrication jobs. We provide domestic and international service and offer an ISO-certified production shop. Their main facility is located in Swanton, where they provide custom fabrication and specialty services from engineering to delivery using certified welders and the most current technology. They have a history of completing very large and complex projects down to simple weldments. Having one of the best equipped fabrication shops in the area allows them to complete your project on time with superb quality at a competitive rate. For more information, contact Swanton Welding at 419-826-4816 or visit them online at swantonweld.com. Choose Amanda Burmeister, your local Howard Hanna real estate expert, to help you buy or sell your home today. Amanda utilizes the most advanced technology in real estate to sell your home faster and easier and for more money. Are you ready to make the move? Call 419-494-2102 to connect with Amanda now.
All right, it's the ORN Halftime Report. I'm your host, Mark the Captain Bly, and tonight we've got Mr. Caleb Pullman. Caleb, thanks for joining us.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry, I just ran up here. I was keeping the student section 6 feet apart and forgot about it.
Out doing your duties. Well, it's a short halftime, so we'll jump right in. Let's talk a little bit about your new duties. Your babysitter, your policeman, your distance measure.
It's a lot of new responsibilities, and a lot of, I think, more micromanagement on the front end when it comes to ticket sales and making sure that everyone's where they need to be at the right time. So that has been a process that Deanne and I have kind of gotten used to, and I think we're working through some kinks that have really helped, and it's going really smoothly.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I don't envy your job. Welcome to being an athletic director. This is year 2 for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've completed year 1. Talk a little bit about first year. How'd it go?
Really well. I have a lot of good people that have helped me out a ton. Whether that be people and coaches in our community or even coaches and athletic directors around the league and state that have really helped me and given me some guidance. I've kind of joked recently that last year it was my first year, so I didn't know what I was doing because I had never done it before, and now no one knows what they're doing this year as an athletic director, so it's an even playing field.
So, you just gained seniority,
right?
Seniority.
We're all in the same boat, so we're all just kind of working together and trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, and you're right. I think one of the things I've known in the years that we've done the ORN TV5 stuff is that our league, even though we battle each other and, you can play tiddlywinks and we'd fight with somebody, but, we take care of our own. So
and our league really does have some talented athletic directors with some experience and really know a lot about what they're doing. Glads at Archbold and Hutch at Wauseon have been in their positions for a long time.
Yeah.
So I definitely have leaned on them a couple times for different topics and stuff, so it's been really nice to have those guys in my corner.
Well, and we're here at Bryan tonight. Chad Savage does a great job. This is a beautiful facility. Bryan's really done some nice upgrades, and you look out over the stadium and the new school, and it's gorgeous.
It's a great environment
Liberty
over
Center,
here.
but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is nice. It's just a different setup that they have here with The school right behind it as you look into it. The stands kind of built into a hillside like ours where they have the lawn chairs out. So it is a really cool atmosphere here at Bryan.
So once again, this is year number 1. Tell me what was the biggest surprise in year 1 for you?
I think the biggest surprise for me was when I took the job. Obviously, I'd never done it before, and I kept hearing people say, you're at the school all the time. You're at the school all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I know. I'll be there. But I guess I never really know how much to the extent it was. So I do spend a lot of time with the school, but that was the biggest surprise.
I saw your blankie and pillow in your office there.
I did. I do have a pillow there where I'm there. Some mornings I have to be there early, and I have a little bit of downtime between after school and maybe the 7 o'clock football game. So I might try and lay down on my couch for a couple minutes, grab a couple Z's.
Yep. Of course. What's the biggest change? I mean, over year, I know experience, yeah, but what? I guess. What's the biggest change that you've seen from day 1 to now? I know not COVID. That's an easy answer.
Right. I think the biggest change for me is just being able to change things and have them done the way that I wanted to when it came to scheduling, and just getting as far out as I can. When you schedule out games 2 years in advance, put yourself and makes my job a lot easier. Where I'm not competing to assign officials and hire officials for a game a month away. I've already done it and have those guys lined up 2 years in advance. So that's something that I've really tried to do is get ahead to make sure that I do the work on the front end, so then it helps me out on the back end when the season comes around.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the coaches love you for that. I know when they know what their schedules are, and nothing's set in stone, obviously, because some things change. But pretty much when you schedule it out 2 years, that's what it is. And, as we had the change in athletic directors and stuff, that was one of the things that as we looked for new athletic directors, that we were really trying to say, okay, we need somebody that's going to be on top of this particular thing. And I don't think we really even had to tell you. That was one of your things.
And it's definitely nice, too, because all the coaches have kind of an idea of who they like to play and what they like to have their schedule dynamics. And I like listening to them and working with them, too, because some of our coaches like to play on Saturdays if I can have those games. Some like to keep their Saturdays open. So it is kind of a puzzle that I like putting together. It's one of my favorite things about my job is putting together the schedules. And I always say it's like a puzzle that you only have half the pieces for because the other AD has the other half.
Yeah,
so you got to put them together. And
it's kind of like go fish with puzzling.
Yeah.
You got a right corner with a plug-in.
Yep, exactly.
Well, and I could tell you from our standpoint, ORN, we've covered basketball. We've covered, I laugh because I haven't added it up, but I'm going to. Spike and I have to be close to 500 basketball games since 2006. We've done about 40 basketball games a year, so it's crazy to think that. But I'll tell you, one of the things you talk about scheduling, Digger and I, we cart equipment and everything else. When we're not doing Wayne Trace, Edgerton, Woodward, and then North Central in a week, we love you.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, with how we are in our sport, some of our sports different dynamics, we have, our radius for location for away games is huge because like you said, we'll go all the way out to North Central, we'll go down to Van Buren, we'll go all the way to Cardinal Stritch. So we are really all over the place when it comes to games. And
that Wayne Trace Woodward thing was killed us.
Yeah.
And that was Tuesday, Thursday, I think it was, or something like that. I don't know, but all right. Well, we got a short halftime here, but one of the things. If you're going to give people a message about COVID and what we're doing and how things are going, this is your opportunity.
First, I just kind of want to thank everybody. We've done a great job. Our parents and community really done a good job when it comes to banding together. And I know that there's limited tickets for a lot of these events, but they've been passing them around and sharing them, and that's really what this is about. It showed me how close this community is and how much they care about each other. But I guess just moving forward, is just to continue doing what we're doing. It's a great job. Obviously, we've had one little incident that went out about the athletic department when it came to COVID. And since then, we've made a couple changes and learned from it. And I really think we are moving forward at a great pace. And obviously haven't been shut down really at all. And a lot of our schools in the area are doing a great job, and that's why.
Yeah, and the cool thing about going back to school and our school and our league and whatever, they kind of put it in our hands.
Yeah.
And so far so good. So
and that's the thing too, is keep being good stewards. I hear different things from different athletic directors about what they're requiring, whether it be staying 6 feet apart, wearing masks, and even when the other athletic departments get kind of lenient on those types of things, our fans are keeping their masks on, they're staying distant, and that's really good to hear from these other administrations.
Yep, absolutely. So, all right, we're going to thank you very much. Well, I appreciate
thanks
you
for having me
jumping in here,
anytime.
even though, you are young, so you can run up here like
Yep,
that.
yep.
If it was Jimmy, I, or Spike, or Kenny, we'd have had to take halftime off. So once again, I'm Mark the Cat the Fly. Caleb Pullman joining us at halftime. Caleb, I appreciate it. Thank you for everything that you do for our school and our community.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, up next, Jimmy Leatherman
Keeping them playing.
is going to give you some stats here, and then we'll get back to second half of football. Thanks, Caleb.
All right, I have the statistics here. Once again, the Tigers here at Bryan are leading 26-12. Lots of offense, not that many extra points, but anyway, we'll get to it here. On the Tigers' offense, Crew was 4 of 6 for 63 yards. His targets were Kern, a catch for 12 yards, Patterson, 2 catches for 36 yards, Conrad, a catch for 15 yards. All right, on the rushing end of it, Tigers rushed for a little over 200 yards. Big rusher was Max Phillips, number 24, 151 yards on 17 carries, 3 touchdowns, a result of all that rushing effort. Crew had 3 rushes for 16 yards. Kern, 3 rushes for 25. Matthews Dillon had a rush for 11 yards, and Garrettson had a carry for just a yard. But a lot of offense there for the Tigers, at least 65 yards total. All right, we're going to the Bryan guys. The Bryan Bears passed the ball 12 times. They connected 7 times. 140 yards was their total. Kepler caught 4 for 63 yards. Rohrer, this fella that's headed to the Iowa State Cyclones, 2 catches, 15 yards. Shaw had a catch for 22 yards. All right, on the rushing end of it, Bryan rushed for 39 yards is all. 4 guys on that. And I got a little defense here. Tigers had a lot of guys making tackles, but here's the guys with the most of them. Cameron Foster had 4 tackles. Conrad had 4 tackles. Foster had 4. Well, yeah, I got him. Kramer had 4 tackles. Box had 3, and Klein had 3, and a lot of fellas with a tackle or 2. All right, the Bryan had one guy got 7 tackles. He's number 9. Number 9 for the Golden Bears is Carter Brown. And then another fella had, Peltz had 5 tackles. Otherwise, the tackles were kind of scattered out. But Spike, if you're getting geared up here, lots of offense by the Tigers.
What were our stats on the pass?
On the pass?
Just Crew.
Okay, he connected 4 passes on 6 attempts.
Okay.
Yeah, for 63 yards.
And those have to be very effective yards because they helped open up the running game. When you key on Phillips, yeah, they've stopped him a few times at the line of scrimmage. But just the consistent pound. And then when you can make everybody honest and then throw that swing route to the outside, it just keeps everything a little bit more spread out, and it just opens the way for the consistent Tiger blocking to continue to dominate.
Yeah, there's not a statistics that leaps out at you here other than we know the Tigers controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. I mean, they held their rushing game down to 39 yards. They did connect some on the passing end of it, but the Tigers were there hounding their quarterback to a great deal. But a lot of offense points. The Tigers are up by by 14, and we think back of a week ago when the Bears came alive fourth quarter, and how many points did they put up against Patrick Henry in that fourth quarter to pull that game out, Spike?
I think they scored
2 or 3 times.
Three times, yeah.
Yeah, so the game's a long way from being in the bag, but I sure like the Tigers' chances the way they've played on offense and defense, and scoreboard likes the Tigers at this point.
Right, and Bryan has made a living off of defensive scoring and setting up the offense with short fields, and that hasn't been a problem yet for Liberty Center.
Yeah, they've done a good job of keeping that roarer in check.
Yeah,
two catches for 15 yards. I mean, one of them kind of went through his hands, but anyway, we're ready for live action here.
All right, Tigers deferred their choice. They'll receive here in the second half. Here's the boot. Short end over end, and that's going to hit down there in a hole, picked up there at the 20-yard line. Duke and a deke and a dive. And the return man couldn't pick up the number, got up across the 30 to the 32. We had a flag on the play, and that probably is a bad block on Liberty. We'll get it sorted out.
Kenny, who was the ball carrier on that play? What's the number? 23 for the Tigers carrying the ball. That would be Josiah Johnson. I couldn't figure him out over there, Spike.
Yeah, the ball actually hit a dead area down around the 25-yard line, and it took a 5-yard kick backwards or ahead if you're in Bryan's situation. And then when we picked it up, almost as soon as Josiah made the cut, now they're going to walk it off from the place where well, probably from the spot of the foul. He picked it up around the 20, and they're going to go from the now I'm not sure, but they moved it back. So the ball, Liberty Center will start at their 21-yard line. Tight formation, one wide out to the far side. They give it on a straight dive off to the left to Phillips, and he'll pick up a couple yards. You know, Liberty Center's got to show them that dive play.
Yep.
Actually came up with 3. Boy, he churned his way up to the 24, so we'll give Phillips a very tough physical 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and you know Bryan, they know the kind of yards he got the first half, so they are definitely keen on number 24.
Yeah, all right. Double wing set, wide out to the far side, tight formation. They're going to give it straight ahead on that quick hitter. And Phillips up across the 25 to the 26. Maybe 2 on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down and 5 from the 31. The 26. So the Tigers now have to look to be a little bit more looser. In fact, they are. They put a double wide out to either side. Phillips, the single setback. Crew under the gun, or under center, now drops a little down and out to Evan Conrad up to the 33, and that's going to be good for 7, and that's enough for a Tiger first down.
You know, that's a play they practice a lot because that ball was loose from his hand before Conrad was looking for it, but it was right where it needed to be, and that's just a smooth play for that junior tight end connecting with the quarterback.
Yep. Conrad was the tight end on that right side, just did it down and curled back to the inside. Crew had it there waiting for him. All right, so Liberty Center 1st and 10 at their own 32. That will be Chappa, I believe, spread out wide. Or no, I can't tell the number from here. We got a stoppage of play now.
I don't quite get that. Bryan was short a man, but they waited till he came in.
I don't know what that was. All right, Tigers with a wide out to the left. Wing back package to the left. They're going to run power football to Phillips off the left side. Phillips drives, bangs, still going. Pulling 3 tacklers with him, a pickup of another very physical 3 yards on the play. So Bryan getting down and dirty with Liberty, but the Liberty offense continues to consistently
and 57,
get a push.
57, one of the famous Owens there for the Tigers. Nice block over there to
Owen Johnson.
Get what there was.
All right, Liberty comes out wide out to the Tiger side of the field. Wing back over on the left is Matthews. Tight end right. Crew under center. Here's the snap. Now play action. Crew back to throw. Throws a home run ball out there. Caught at the 45 of Bryan. Up the sideline and finally hauled down at the 30-yard line by Liberty.
Conrad there. Yeah, number 18. You know, he got out there and, you know, Bryan sees him there. Nah, I ain't going to run it, you know. He's just decoying. Oh, no, here comes the pass, and he snags it. Good hands.
Yep,
and
got in
big.
behind the defense. A 28-yard gain on the play.
Yep, big play.
All right, now Patterson. The ball on the right hash. Patterson wide out to the left side. Wing back Matthews over on the left. Tight end right. Crew under center. Here's the snap. Crew gives straight ahead to Kern. Kern finds a hole. Battles his way through it. Down inside the 20.
I think that was
the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Matthews real proud to lead the way there for his friend there.
All right, pick up a 5 on that quick hitter.
You know, on the lead back, they're supposed to make a block. He doesn't even have a sign. Just go down there and hit somebody. If somebody in the way hit him, make a hole.
All right, gain of 6, and we're going to call it 2nd and 4. The ball on the 24 of Bryan. Wide out to this side. Crew under center. Gives to Kern again. Kern dips and dokes and twists and turns. Still going. And he'll pick up 4 tough yards. Oh, no, they say the ball got knocked loose, and it is turned over to the Bryan Golden Bears down on the around the 20-yard line of Bryan.
I'll tell you what, the Bears dodged a bullet there. Tigers had a good drive going, and so that keeps the scoreboard as is for the current moment here.
Yeah, I believe the Golden Bears kind of kept him up and then kept punching. All right, so Bryan comes out. Double wide out to the wide side. Ball on the right hash. They're on their own 20. Out of the gun. Now motion back to the short side of the field. The snap. Now rolling left. Looking upfield. Has to just loft it up there. They got good coverage. And hit by 3 Tigers and incomplete.
Yeah.
Boy, they surrounded Rohrer.
57 out
Yeah.
there in the coverage.
Yeah, 51. Kramer got a heck of a rush there, and he hit the quarterback. I almost thought the ref was reaching for a flag, but he got pushed in the back about time he was ready to make that stop. So I was going to be coming out of the press box if they'd have flagged him for that, Spike, because
yeah, he had to loft it high, and it was so high the Tigers had 5 guys converge on Rohrer, the 6'6" kid. All right, that'll make it 2nd down and 10 for Bryan on their own 20. Wide outs to either side. Out of the gun, now motion to the wide side. Quarterback looks to run a draw, and he'll go maybe a couple yards on the play, and Liberty will let him do that all night long.
51 just wrapped him up, drives him to the ground.
Evan Kramer on the hit. You say Phillips?
Yeah. No, not. Yeah, not Kramer. 51. That would be Kramer. That is Kramer.
Okay.
We got a lot of Evans. We got a lot of Owens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mostly a whole bunch of hitters.
Yeah.
All
in
right.
honor of old Kip Kern.
Yeah. All right. 3rd down and 8. Bryan with the ball. Ball on the right hash. Double wide out to the opposite side. Straight drop. Looks. Nothing there. Now the play blown dead.
Going to cost the Bears 5 yards for some motion action there. They weren't
All
set.
Right. Well, that'll shove the ball back. Instead of 3rd and 8, now they'll be looking at 3rd down and 13. 7:56 left here in the 3rd quarter. Liberty Center 26, Bryan 12. And didn't you make the point earlier, Jim? We haven't punted yet.
Correct. Tigers have not punted. Their offense has been rolling.
All right. Right now, 3rd and 13 for Bryan, back at their 17-yard line. Again, out of the gun, trip receivers over here. 2-step drop, looking, pressure. Now they force him out of the pocket. They're there. Signorino!
Yeah, a lot of Tigers hit that quarterback hard, got him in an unkind position before it was over with, but he did get up.
And again, another one of those coverage sacks possibly, as the quarterback dropped back 2 quick steps. There was nobody open. So now he had to move. He tried to step up in the pocket and nobody to go to, and that's when Liberty Center gobbled him up chewed him while and then spit him out.
Yeah, he didn't have much time either. The Tigers were collapsing on him.
All right, 4th down. Here's the punt. High spiraling punt, fair catch called for.
Oh,
That may have hit him. He called for a fair catch. The ball hit the ground, bounced around. And I'm not sure if the ball hit him or not right at the 50-yard line.
Well, we're going to have possession, so all's well that ends well on that.
Yeah, he came up. The kick was way short.
Yeah.
And I believe it was
Chappa was a man back there.
Chappa, but as he came up, the ball hit in front of him before he could catch up to it, and then took the sideways bounce.
Yeah, he kind of thought he ought to cover it up, and that's when it got scary.
Yeah. All right, Tigers are the 1st and 10 at their own 49. Now sweep to the right. Phillips has to cut it back. Bryan there waiting. He'll pick up a couple of yards on the reversal of the flow.
Yep, 63 trying to clear the way for him there.
All right, so now Liberty Center rotating wideouts. Tigers in the huddle. 6:40 left in this third quarter. Liberty Center on top, 26-12. That was the score at the end of the half. Liberty moved the ball only to lose it on a turnover. Now they hold Bryan. They've got it back on the 49 of Bryan. Now Crew, play action, back to throw. Has to scramble, hit in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss of about 6 yards on the play. That's the first time, Jim, for
Crew to be sacked.
Yeah, and he's only been sacked just a couple times all year, really.
Yeah, well, Bryan's got some tall guys.
Yeah.
And he just had a quick glance to look and see if his receivers ought to have the throw, and somehow or other he had to eat that ball. But Tiger offense has made it up whenever they've lost a few yards.
Okay, Tigers with a wide out to either side. They've got Conrad, the tight end, in the slot. And Crew back to throw. Has time. Throws the ball. Home run ball down the field. Just over the outstretched fingertips of Trey Patterson. Down around the 20-yard line.
Oh, that was a good plan.
He had him beat.
He did. He was behind the defender and just couldn't quite reel that in.
Yep, ball just over the fingertips. So that'll bring up 4th down, and Liberty from their own 45 will be back in punt formation.
Their first punt.
Yep, and it'll be Asa Killam to handle the chores.
Yep.
Here's the snap, good snap. Killam there, puts a foot into it. Low spinning line drive. It'll hit it to 20. Take a great Liberty hop down to the 10. But picked up there. Breaks one, breaks another tackle around the corner at the 25. Battles his way up the sideline and across the 30 up to the 35-yard line.
58
Yep.
finally puts the end to that.
And
Tanner Klein.
Yep, Tanner Klein.
Yeah, Tanner Klein. Well, this is a big drive for the Golden Bears. They want to get back into this.
Yep, 26-12, Liberty leads. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Back to throw. In trouble, can't find anywhere. Now scrambles out to the left. Spins past one man and finally hauled down right there at the 35-yard line. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that's Matthew Orr, number 35 out there. Also,
no, he didn't spin past. He spun, but he didn't get past him. You're right.
He had Conrad there and also 57, Owen Johnson, but got to mark that one up for Orr.
Yep, good job of containing by Liberty Center. So 2nd down and 10. Double wide out to the wide side for Bryan. Out of the gun. Now rolls right. Just throws a little swing pass out there. Caught. Gets past one. And Bryan will be good for about 8 yards on the gain on a simple little swing route.
Yeah, but that's about up where the sticks are. Oh, it's a yard short.
Yep.
Yeah, who was that masked man over there? Yeah.
Was it Johnson? 57?
Devin Robinson.
Johnson. Owen
Okay.
Johnson over there finally drilled him well.
Okay, 3rd and short, 3rd and a yard for Bryan. They're at their own 44. Again, out of the gun. Shift to the right. They're going to give a little
quick hitter there.
Quick hitter off the right side, and that's going to be good for 5 yards. Wow. They keep a running back there as 9 times out of 10 just as a protector, and that time they gave it to him.
Yeah, that was box, and I'll tell you, there was no juking this way or that way. He took that hand off and knifed right through.
All right, so Bryan, 1st and 10 at their own 49. Out of the gun, looks, throws over the middle, and knocked away. What a defensive reaction by Patterson.
Dillon had him covered behind the receiver, and Patterson just about, he might have got that ball on his hands there, cutting in front of the receiver.
It was all he could do to reach the ball. Let's put it that way. They had the big guy Ruhr open on that slant, but and the quarterback laid it on the money, but a great play by Patterson. Okay, now with the ball on the right hash, Bryan with trip receivers to the left. Now they roll the opposite way to the right. They look upfield, nothing there. Now they finally throw it late, and that ball's going to be knocked incomplete. Patterson again with great coverage, hit him when the ball got there.
Yeah, he was on the big guy too there, Rohr.
So Liberty's done a good job overall.
Yeah, number 16 for the Bears has not completely lit us up.
Chain gang sure got out of the way fast over there. Saw Johnson coming.
All right. With that incomplete pass, brings up 2nd down and 10. Bryan with the ball at their own 49.
3rd down.
Yep. 3rd down. Okay, 3rd down, my bad. 3.5 to go in the 3rd. Back to throw. They flush him out of the pocket, rolling left. Now looks upfield. Got a man out there. Caught at the 40. Out down the sideline. A great block, and Bryan is going to bust this thing. 50-yard touchdown. Oh, no. Wow. Well, Bryan comes right back. They stop Liberty, and now they have a big 51-yard pass play. They flushed him out of the pocket, rolled against the grain to the left, and then when the Tigers came up to try to contain the quarterback, he lofted it over their head, caught at the 40, and down the sideline with a great block down around the 25 to spring him in.
I think... Yeah, I think the replay of that for everybody is going to show a slight push on Dylan Matthews as he was ready to make a play there a little bit. But the official says it wasn't bad enough to be a call.
All right, they're going for 2 out of the gun. Looks, throws over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Well defended there. Patterson again stepped in front. Got his left hand wrapped around and knocked it away. You say Patterson?
Yeah, it was Patterson, but I'll tell you what, that guy's developed into a real cover guy here.
Yes, he has.
Right before our eyes there. He just gets on them like ugly on a bat or something and stays right there.
All right, so at 3:18, Bryan scores. That makes it 26-18, Liberty by 8, and we'll be back.
Now,
Hill Asphalt has been Northwest Ohio's asphalt repair specialists for 40 years. Anything you need done, Hill Asphalt can do it. It includes seal coating, stripping, and crack filling. They also do residential and commercial jobs. For anything you need, Hill Asphalt for 40 years has been the place for asphalt repair. Give them a call, 419-592-8399.
Captain.
All right, here's the kick by Bryan. That's going to be another short kick taken there at the 20-yard line on the run.
Chapa on that carry.
And Chapa gets it on the fly, gets up across the 30 to about the 32.
You guys are going to get tangled up. Okay, you talk.
All right, Liberty Center with the ball. They come out at the 32. Now it's a one-possession game. Liberty in the lead. Gives straight ahead to Phillips. Pounds forward, and he'll pick up 6 tough yards right up the gut. That time off that
left side there.
Behind Johnson and Box. Okay. Yep, gain of 6. Second down and 4. 2:54 in the third. Clock running. Again, 26-18 Liberty. All right. They try to give it to the outside.
Phillips coming this way.
Yep, Phillips around the right side came this way. Picked up a couple on the play. Third down and 2 yards to go.
It's a big series for the Tigers, Spike. Bryan thinks they're in it. They're just, as you say, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying the thing. So we just need to have this first down and keep this drive rolling.
Yeah, Liberty's offense has been a little bit slowed down, but we'll see. Third down and 2, wide out to the far side, tight formation. Power sweep to Phillips around the left side. He turns the corner. He's got a first down, still going, and up to the 50-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 10 yards on the play. Yeah. Student body sweep again.
Yeah, and Spike, some of the tacklers there for Bryan was trying to stand up and get him. And you're not going to get Max Phillips down by playing some chicken fighting up around his shoulders. You got to tackle him.
Yeah, Max Phillips is, let's just say, a well-built young man. Kind of like a cement block, only about 5 foot 8 inches high. All right, 1st and 10 at the Bryan 49. They're going to give it now to
Garrettson.
Garrettson around the left side, and he's got a little bit of running room. They faked the ball up the middle, and Garrettson, coming from the right, went around the corner to the left, picks up 9 big ones, or 8 yards for Liberty Center.
Yeah, and that's good coaching. You put fresh legs in there, and they look up and see 48. And I don't care about this guy. I haven't seen him. And all of a sudden, he's comes up with a big gain.
All right, so the Tigers with a 2nd down and 2 at the Bryan 41. Wing right, they're going to run power this way. No, halfback pass, got a man out there. Oh, he was open.
He was. Max Phillips to Patterson, and Max had his chance to go down in the annals of history. Spike, not too many of those thrown. Yep. Just didn't quite connect.
Patterson lined up just off the tackle.
You got to love
just
that
play,
play, though.
About 3 yards spread out wide, and then did a little delay and then broke deep. Boy, Phillips, they had a great opportunity. Good call on 2nd down.
That's wonderful out of the hat there.
All right, now 3rd down and 2 at the 41 of Bryan. They're going to give it to Phillips off the left side. Cuts up in. He's up in the running room down the left side, and he'll get about 13 yards on another Tiger first down. Yeah. A little inside handoff to Phillips, and he turned it into a dozen yards.
And Spike, once he gets going, I'm telling you, it takes an all-out commitment to get him tackled. And you can't just bump him and think, oh, we got you. No.
Yeah, and that's why Liberty Center is so effective at showing you this, running that, putting motion over here the right way, the wrong way, but they keep it loose. All right, offset to the right, the running backs, wide out over here, Crew under center. He'll run play action again. He'll loft it up out there and over the head of the intended receiver, tried Phillips.
Yeah, he was covered, and so Crew
tried to hit him out of the backfield.
Yeah, Crew did the right thing, putting that out where nobody else is going to get that.
What confidence in the offensive line does he have to throw on 2nd down knowing you only need 3 yards?
Yeah, right, to throw. You're right, yes. That's the confidence factor, yes, that coaches have in Crew and the offense. All right.
The line play is just getting it done.
All right, 2nd down and 10. Liberty with a very tight formation. They're going to run power sweep right to Phillips. He breaks through one tackle, still on his going feet, spins at the 20. Then drives and pounds inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. That's another 15-yard gain on a Tiger first down.
He's got to be over 200 yards by now, Spike. And how about that complete circle he pivoted and
Yes.
went clear around, and that threw the Bears off that thought they had him covered there.
Yeah, he was hit, did a 180 spin, and then ran over another guy on his way down to the
Okay.
let's see, they're going to spot the ball at the 12-yard line, I believe, of Bryan. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 12. It's a 26-18 score, one possession. Now they give it on a power sweep to Phillips. He's forced to change directions, and it was all he could do to get back to the line of scrimmage. They ran a blitz package from the inside, and they caught Phillips before he could get out behind the interference around the corner.
Yeah, that previous play that Phillips broke for that big gainer was started by Zane Garber. Got a good block there. Kenny, the cameraman, pointed that out, and there's blocks happening to get them started.
Okay. All right. We've got a timeout. No, I'm sorry. It's the end of the third quarter, so we've got the timeout down on the field. Liberty Center with the ball on the Bryan 12. They lead at 26-18, and we'll be back. All right, now
Hill
to
Asphalt
get some
has
more.
been Northwest Ohio's asphalt repair specialists for 40 years. Anything you need done, Hill Asphalt can do it. It includes seal coating, stripping, and crack filling. They also do residential and commercial jobs. For anything you need, Hill Asphalt for 40 years has been the place for asphalt repair. Give them a call, 419-592-8399.
Along here with some more. We'll follow along with some more of our sponsors. We've got KK Collision, Swanton Welding, Pisanello's Pizza, Karen and Jim Savage, Dave's Auto Service, Larry Black, Germ-Free Innovations with Mark and Lynn Bly, Dental Health Associates of Sylvania, Amanda Burmeister with Howard Hanna Realty, B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking, Hill Asphalt Paving, Freedom Seed and Golden Harvest with Larry Gherkin and family, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Helen and Randy McClure in memory of Robbie and Jackson, Red Barn Sales and Service, Sarah Miles and family, Clark, Courtney, and Kira, Davis Farm Services, Friends of the Library, good luck to all fall teams and band, Kay Showman, Marty and Robin Weimer in honor of Kip Kern, the Snyder Brothers, Kevin and Duke, Diamond Cut Custom Designs, Select Sanitation, and the Tiger Dairy Bar. All right, here we go. The Tigers to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 as they've switched ends for the 4th quarter. Matthews in motion. Give to Phillips off the right side. He pounds straight ahead with great blocking. They open that hole, and he'll get down around the 5. It'll be a gain of about 7 for Liberty Center and Phillips.
Yeah, Conrad got a nice block over there on the right side that helped out, as did the more interior part of the right side there, Spike. Just moving those Bears off the scrimmage line, and then here comes Phillips.
Boy, I tell you, it don't matter. Right side, left side, upside, backside, up the gut. It doesn't matter. Liberty Center runs it, and they do it. Now the Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. We've got Evans, the tight end, spread out just a few yards. Motion coming to the left by Phillips. They're going to get power football there, and Phillips hit right away at the 5. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down for Liberty Center. Excuse me, that'll bring up 4th down for Liberty Center.
I think we're going to try a kick here, maybe.
Yep, all important field goal attempt coming up here, we think, from Liberty Center. The ball is on the 5. It'll be spotted at the 12. That'll make it a 22-yard attempt by Asa Killam. Hammondtree, the snapper, Crew the holder. Here it comes. They set. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick a line drive on the way. It is good! Asa Killam, instead of the high, proud, high-arching shot, hit a line drive, gut-wrenching bullet, stayed inside the left upright, and that ball traveled 30 yards behind the uprights, but it is good. And now Liberty Center with a key score here. They go up by 11 with 10.5 minutes to go. They lead it 29-18 over the Bryan Golden Bears.
Yeah, Spike, that's no small feat to bring a kicker in. It's cold Okay, here you are. Now you got to do her, man.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
did.
yeah.
He put a soccer boot to it. As you say, it wasn't the prettiest thing, but when the ref goes up with his arms,
He had a win for a penalty kick in soccer. You know, he's a soccer forward.
Oh, yeah.
Soccer winning goal on a penalty.
just last
On a
week. here.
penalty kick. That's your power kicking there. Kicked into.
Yeah, he's a two-sport athlete in
Yeah.
the same season, Spike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kill him. He kills them.
Yeah, he did. He's been valuable, so he's been what? I think that's 3 out of 4 on field goals.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And,
can just imagine Roger Carpenter about right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
His grandfather there.
Oh, yeah,
45
Roger
yarder
loves it.
there before.
All right, so that 11-point lead by Liberty looms big. We'll see what happens. Now, end-over-end kickoff down to the 10-on-1 bounce. Return to the left, looking for a seam. Cuts it farther outside, got more running room. Good block there to spring him, and Bryan returns it all the way up to midfield. Wow!
Kicker finally on the tackle there.
Asa Killam?
Asa Killam had to say, hey, wait a minute, I kicked that thing. That's as far as you're going right now.
Yeah, 42-yard return. That ball's in Liberty Center territory, and that's why that field goal looms even bigger. Oh, boy.
And then just think last week, I hate to keep mentioning that, but they really lit it up in the fourth quarter against Patrick Henry to pull it out.
All right, so wide out to either side, out of the gun. Now motion coming this way to the right. And a bad snap. The snap, I think, hit the motion man.
It did.
It's loose on the field.
Tiger ball.
And wait a minute. We'll see. They're sorting it out.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's Liberty Center's football.
Oh, yeah, that motion man came through there right while the ball was being snapped and whacks him on the side.
Got the recovery. All right, that is
Weaver.
Yep, Riley Weaver, number 60.
Yeah. Now, how about that? You know, they have motion plays all the time. Everybody's got that kind of thing going on. But, boy, it just was a little bit out of sync. And so,
yeah, crowd noise. Liberty Center's got a pretty good showing considering the conditions. All right, crew under center. He'll give it off to Kern around the right side. Leaps over a tackler and picks up a couple yards. He was, and now you see Bryan. They're throwing caution to the wind now in this second half.
Yeah,
they are
know.
determined to try to stop the run, and they're putting everybody there. That's why you've seen they didn't go for completions, but twice they ran play action and then the halfback option.
Yeah, and it's under 10 minutes now, so it's a kind of an urgent thing for those Bears to make something
That's
happen.
right. They're going to make it happen. Now a double wing package, single setback, power play right up the middle. It'll be good for maybe a yard is all.
Phillips, nothing doing on that play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8. And that's the thing. That's the price you pay for being primarily a running team. You're going to have to settle for a yard or two sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's time for a pass to Conrad, the tight end again here.
Yeah, he's been a terrific weapon for Liberty Center.
Yeah, they don't target him all the time, but when they do, man, oh man, I'd like to have the completion rate.
On attempts to Conrad.
Boy.
All right, 3rd and 8. Ball is at the 47 of Bryan. Just about 9 minutes left. All right. Yep. Ouch.
Called timeout in time, though.
Yep, they were still shifting. I know one guy was on the right, tried to go set up over on the left, so a little confusion. But this is high school football.
Yeah.
And the way this year has been built with the crazy schedule, the no scrimmages, the crazy practices, and everything about it has been thrown asunder.
Yeah.
But the Tigers keep on plowing.
Yeah, and even with that, Spike, they've been a pretty sharp unit. I mean, you don't see a lot of mistakes. There'll be a block that the officials don't like, but I mean, really, they're a pretty well disciplined unit, both especially on offense. You know, when you got a lot of shifting going on, we gotta love them for that.
All right. Well, there's always key plays that start in the first quarter because people will say, well, do you remember if that wouldn't have happened or if that did happen, then this would have happened. So there's key plays all through the game. But right now, with 8:50 left in the game during this timeout. Liberty Center with a 3rd and 8 at the Bryan 47-yard line. Now, a first down here would really be critical for Liberty. And if they don't pull it off, Bryan's going to get their hands on the football. So 3rd and 8, here we go. Crew rolling left, has time, throws it, slot up there, and knocked away. They had Matthews open down at the 35. It'd been a first down. Matthews on a crossing pattern, but a great defensive play by Bryan.
Yeah, I think number 22 for Bryan spoiled that a little bit.
Yeah, he ran it down. He actually ran it out, caught up with it, and knocked it away from Matthews at the last second.
All right, going to be another punt here by the Tigers, and Bryan will have their chance with about 8:40 to go.
Yeah, the deep back standing down there just in front of his 15-yard line. Here's a high floater, and it's going to head for the right sideline, take a bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 20, about the 27. So it'll be a 20-yard net gain or net field position change on the punt. So Bryan, with relatively good field position, considering the ball was in their half of the field on the punt. They come out getting signals from the sideline. 8.5 to go. They shift to the left. Out of the gun. Quarterback takes the drop. Looks. He'll throw the home run ball. Got a man out there at the 50 and just over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, Owen Long closing fast on the coverage, but number 2 was open out here. He just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, he ran a hard flag route to the sideline from the middle of the field, but just couldn't complete. All right, 8:32 is the time. 2nd down and 10 for Bryan on their own 28-yard line. They'll show a double wide out to either side, single setback and out of the gun. 2-step drop, looks, now has to run it up forward and caught in the backfield. Well, actually, he picks up maybe a yard on the play, but a great come from behind tackle.
Yeah, who was that? Is that Conrad over there? 18. Yeah, 18. Conrad had, from his defensive end position, had crashed and tried to get the quarterback, and the quarterback turns it up, trying to get away from the pressure, and Conrad able to nail him.
All right, so 3rd down and 9 for Bryan. 8 minutes, clock running. They'll show, they set up on the left hash. They've got trip receivers to the wide side, the Bryan side of the field. Again, out of the gun, Tigers show blitz. Back to throw, he has to scramble out of there, and he ain't gonna make it!
I think 62 there, that'd be Owen Box. Went ahead and wraps him up, brings him down.
Owen Johnson blitz from the linebacker.
Yeah, that's right. Captain called it the linebacker blitz they ran on 3rd and 8, and it paid dividends in full. All right, so Bryan back in punt formation, 7:21. Back at the 35-yard line of the Tigers, Chapa has to let it bounce, and it'll take a roll down to about the 30-yard line. So 43-yard punt with the 10-yard roll. And the Tigers will take over now. Now they look to run some clock. They want to control the ball. They want possession. 7:07 left in the game. 29-18 Liberty Center. The Tigers, with 4 touchdowns in the first half, now held to only a field goal here.
Phillips is up to 217 yards.
217 yards. We got the report from the stat people.
For Phillips.
With Phillips, yeah. All right, motion right with Brecken. Give to Phillips around the right side, picks up running room, still going. Now bounces off a tackle at the 35, still on his feet. He'll pound his way up across the 40, still going up to the 45.
Yeah,
and a flag from behind. Now, I don't like that.
Yeah, Trey Patterson and number 3 for Bryan, we're kind of inviting each other back and forth to whatever's going on, and the official says we ain't doing that.
Yeah, and that.
But good blocking over there.
Wow.
I mean, Phillips bounced that outside because the Tigers were still in their blocking mode over there.
Yeah, the penalty flag came pretty quick. It was early in the run.
Personal foul.
Oh, personal foul. So a 17-yard gain by Phillips with about second, third, fourth, and quintuple attempts here and efforts.
What is a quintuple?
I don't know.
Like a double cousin?
Yeah.
I think that'd be 5. In Quint, 5?
Tuple.
Yeah, okay. 5, at least 5.
Well, it was an octagon then. We'll call it that. Doesn't matter.
That's 8.
All right, 1st and 25. They're going to give it
Phillips.
to Phillips. Going in. Breaks out in the open at the 40. And called down at the 45. Boy, he just got back to it 30 yards, so the 17 yards doesn't matter. He got 30 back on that burst.
Yeah, Bryan
all the way up to the 45.
Bryan Dekrush, number 25 for the Bears, was able to nail him, but wow, he got those yards back.
Boy, that was simple power play up the middle. And the Red Sea parted, Jim. The Tiger offensive line again, opening huge, gaping holes.
Yeah, those guys are going to start thinking there's something, Spike, the way they're manhandling this Bear outfit.
All right, so the officials gather at the line of scrimmage. Now they set up and they start the clock.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yep, 6:44 left in this fourth quarter. 29-18 Liberty Center, and they've got the ball. Motion coming this way. They're going to give it to Phillips off the right side. Phillips grinds and pounds, gets it up to about the 49, a gain of 4. A very late flag.
Yeah, I think that's frustration on the Bears there. I got to believe we're going to get some yards out of this one.
Yeah, in the nature of the and the timing of the flag, that's what you would think. We'll see now as they confer.
Yeah, they're walking backwards. Huh.
Yep, Jim, you called it. Personal foul, late hit.
Well, Bears have been playing hard, but Tigers have just got the best of them, and by golly, it's just hard to keep all the temperatures.
It's only like their second penalty.
Is that right? Second penalty?
Wow. Yep, captain says that's only their second penalty of the game. So
well, that one hurts right there for them. They want the ball back bad, and that's not a way to get it.
All right, here comes Liberty Center now after they get the walk-off. So the end result, they've got a 1st and 10 at the Bryan 36-yard line. Motion this way by Brecken. Now a little swing route. They got a man out there. Battle for the ball. They go up in the air to haul it in, and they say Liberty Center's got it. Wow.
Yeah.
When two men go out to fight, only one returns, and that time it was Max Phillips with the reception.
Yeah,
I believe it was Phillips.
Yeah, shades of Liberty Valance out there.
Yeah.
But, they both had the right to the ball, and Max says, "Hey, I'm just going to have this ball."
All right, so a gain of 8. 5.5 minutes left. Tigers with the ball on the Bryan 28-yard line. Wide out to the wide side over here. Double wing set, single setback. Crew under center. Now motion this way. They're going to give it to Phillips off the left side. Phillips runs into a horde of Golden Bears, and he may gain Phillips, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He may gain a yard. My bad.
Phillips has got 33 carries. He's averaging 7.5 yards a carry.
Wow, 33 carries, 7. He's got about 225 yards then.
Yeah, sensational night for Max Phillips and the offensive line that gets him going.
I remember a back that was that way named Troy Westhoven here about 20 years ago that had that kind of
He'd have that
resilience.
kind of night once in a while.
Yeah. All right, wing set to the left, crew under center. They're going to give it again to Phillips. And he'll pound ahead inside the 25 down to the 23. That's a gain of 5 more.
Yeah, you would think Bryan would about had enough of Max Phillips.
Boy, I know it. All right, 4.5 to go. Clock running. So the Tigers now need this possession to just keep turning that clock. They don't need to score again. I'm sure they won't turn one down, but again, it's play after play after play, precision, doing it. It's the important thing. All right, double wing set, wide out to the right side of the field by the Tigers. And they're going to give it again to Phillips. Phillips off the right side, running room to the outside, breaks one over there, spins off another one, still on his feet, down in the corner, and it is another Liberty Center Tiger touchdown! Phillips, what a terrific effort! Wow, Jimmy, he poured that thing out there from about 22 yards away, just kept going, spinning, cutting, and then pummeling that last tackler.
Yeah, they got him up to 275 yards now, Spike.
Jeez.
And, just looking at the Bryan defense against that play, they were expecting it kind of up the middle. There wasn't hardly anybody home over there in the corner.
Wow. All right. Point after touchdown. Kick grabbed by Crew. Good recovery. Kick is up and good. Crew with a good job there to haul that snap down, get it placed, and Asa Killam powered it through the uprights and all the way back to the other school building there.
Yeah.
So at 3:59, Liberty Center on top, 36-18. We can put it in cruise control and turn it over to the studio.
Choose Amanda Burmeister, your local Howard Hanna real estate expert, to help you buy or sell your home today. Amanda utilizes the most advanced technology in real estate to sell your home faster and easier and for more money. Are you ready to make the move? Call 419-494-2102 to connect with Amanda now.
Coming back out on the field here. A few more sponsors while we get set. We've got Select Sanitation, Diamond Cut Custom Designs, Marty and Robin Weimer in honor of Mr. Football, Kip Kern, Kay Showman, Friends of the Library, Davis Farm Services, Sarah Miles and family, Red Barn Sales and Service, Helen and Randy McClure. Now the kick. Wow, what a boomer. That's going to hit down around the 5-yard line, and it'll bounce down to the 1, bobbles it, has to pick it up right there up on the sideline, breaks one tackle, and finally goes out of bounds around the 15.
Yeah.
So the Tigers hemmed that in well.
Spike, he thought it was going to go back for a touchback, and he was kind of waiting for that, and he almost bobbled it and cost himself dearly. Number 58 was there to seal the deal that he wasn't going to go any further, and that is Tanner Klein.
He was out at the 9.
Yeah, he stepped out on his own, but anyway.
Yeah, they give him possession up to the 16-yard line where Bryan will take over. Just under 4 minutes left. The snap. They're going to give a little draw play, and that's going to go nowhere. No gain on the play.
62 on that is Owen Box, one of those Owen fellas there, Spike.
Yeah, they're just.
That's right.
Yeah.
Owen Box.
Well, time against the Bryan Golden Bears now. Liberty up by 18. 3:28 left in the clock running. So out of the gun, 4 wide outs. Looks to throw a little outside route. Caught there at the 28-yard line. Flips past one and then pummeled.
Owen Johnson out on coverage.
Yeah, Owen Johnson, we've seen that a lot, really. He's an agile, versatile, and mobile football player.
He moved back to linebacker instead of one of the down linemen.
Yeah, and that's really helped. Okay, again, 4 wide outs to either side, single setback out of the gun. The snap. Back to throw, looks, now throws a high, long lobber. Tigers back there, and they're I think they picked it off.
Yeah.
Trey Patterson back there playing center field, hauled it in, got position in front of the intended receiver, and the Tigers intercept the ball on their own 46. They'll take over with 3 minutes left in the game, and that should just about wrap this thing up, bar a turnover.
Yeah, Patterson, as well as a lot of Tigers, has had a good game tonight.
Yes, he has.
He's played some. He's played an excellent defense back there, guarding against the pass. He's caught a few passes and just done well, as has all the Tigers.
All right, now we'll see. Tigers are going to show a wide out to this side, wing package offset to the right with the tight end. They're going to give it to Kern. Kern tries to cut it up inside, and of course Bryan has to stop the run. They're right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, they've got 3 timeouts, and look for them to start using them as well.
Yep, clock running, 2:50 left. Liberty Center has been relentless on offense all night. They lost a drive in the red zone on a turnover. And other than that, they've punted 1 time, I think, isn't it, Jim?
I think, twice.
Oh, twice.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Phillips isn't out there.
No, Phillips deserves to be on the bench taking a breather.
Garrettson out there.
Yeah. All right, yeah, wing package to the right. 2 tight ends, 1 wide out, and motion this way. They're going to give it straight ahead.
No, that's Orr.
Is that Orr?
That's
Number
Matthew Orr, 35 with the ball.
Yeah, you're right. So a good hole off that right inside of the line, picks up 5.
Number 4 checks in for Matthews.
Okay, number 4 is in Dakota Schultz. In for Matthews.
Yeah, Dakota's made a couple big tackles this year. You got open field tackles.
Yeah,
on,
special teams.
Special teams.
We've seen him light it up pretty good.
All right, so 3rd down and 5 for Liberty. Clock under 2 minutes now. 36-18, Liberty Center on top. Wing back to the right. They're going to give to Kern off that right side. Kern will pick up a couple tough yards into the converging defense. So it'll be 4th down and 3.
Yeah, Devin Robinson playing tackle on that right side, I believe, Spike.
Yeah. All right.
A lot of shirts coming in here now.
Clock running at 1:20.
Going to kick this ball away.
Yeah, and standing back, I assume that's Asa. Yep, Asa Killam standing back on his own 40. The line of scrimmage is the 47 of Bryan. Good snap. He'll get it off. End over end spinner now takes a sideways hop at the 23, and that's where it'll go.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, he's got to get trained to take a knee after that, With being the soccer, I suppose he's supposed to stay up there and keep fighting.
The flag laying down there around the line of scrimmage. They're talking about it now. 51 seconds left in the game. It's really, at this point, academic. If Liberty would happen to get the ball back because the penalty went against Bryan, they were just going to victory formation the thing and kill it. It appears that Liberty's on defense. They come out and take defensive positioning. Yep, Matthew Orr, 35 out there as a linebacker.
Yeah, 48's out there as well. That's Brecken Garrettson. He sees some defense here.
And so Bryan,
55's out there. Good to see him back. Colley, he got gimped there a little early on, but he's out there.
Yep. Okay, so Bryan has the football. 36.
275 yards, 4 touchdowns.
How many is that per carry? A lot. All right, Bryan with the ball. They're going to just hand off on a little draw, and they're going to run.
7.6.
Yeah.
A little over 7.5 yards.
Yeah, I saw him there. Matthew Orr, nice tackle. Just go up and grab the guy, and he did. He went up and clutched him. And
yep. Pickup of about 12 for Bryan on a kind of just a little draw, more or less. So clock running, 33 seconds.
5 center fielders.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, 5 deep backs, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Handoff off the right. This will help pad Bryan's slow rushing statistics a little. So they get the ball up across the 36. That's a first down.
Emmett Perry in on the stop on that play.
Yep, clock stopped while they spot the ball. And now they signal for the start. This could be just about the last play for Bryan. 36-18, Liberty Center. Again, they'll give it on a little sweep off that left side. Little inside handoff, excuse me. That's good for about 8 yards. And the clock, I think, will run out, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think Matthew Orr put his numbers on that play at that time as well.
All right, well, quite an effort out of Liberty Center. Bryan broke a few plays. They kept it interesting with that offense. At one time, it was 26-18, and we were pretty worried about keeping possession. But Tigers came up with a big defensive series when Bryan got the ball back, only trailing by 8. And then Liberty Center turned it into their possession. They went down, kicked a 27-yard field goal, I believe.
Yeah.
And that put them up, give Liberty an 11-point lead, even though we thought, I know between you and I, it looked like we were dominating the game, but Bryan found ways to just kind of stick around and stay in it.
And come up with a big play when you least expected it, and made you think back to the week before when they were able to do that.
Yeah, but the Tigers' defensive backs with a great game.
Oh, they
the
did
offensive and defensive lines for Liberty with a great game. Crew was magnificent.
7 of 12 for 113 yards.
7 of 12 for 113. Thank you, Captain.
Yeah.
So a lot of credit there because he's been a stabilizing factor all year.
Yeah, well, you could say a lot about a lot of different players, but Patterson in his pass coverage.
Another great shining light for Liberty Center.
Yeah, and the secondary in general seems up to the passing game as they've gotten through a couple of real good passing teams. But now we have some confidence. Seems like that was thrown in somewhere.
Absolutely.
And by gosh, I don't know what kind of offense would work against these boys. They're in mid-season form right now.
All right, well, let's wind her up here from Bryan, Ohio. Liberty Center wins at 36-18. Next week, the Liberty Center Tigers travel to one of their favorite places, and that'll be down south of the river, down State Route 109, and then off of down Road 7 to Patrick Henry to take on the Patriots. So that should be a good one. We don't have the scores yet for tonight, but Liberty Center evens their record at 2-2, and they'll head for Patrick Henry, who, let me see, they had Wauseon tonight. So that'll be a good indicator of what Liberty Center can look for.
Yeah.
So for Digger Barnes, love that nickname, Digger Barnes on the camera, Mark the Captain Bly, the techie guy, and then Jim and I here to bring you the play-by-play.
51-7, Wauseon over PH.
Wow, 51-7, Wauseon over PH.
Yeah,
wow.
They put a spanking on them.
44-0 Archbold over Evergreen.
44-0 Archbold over Evergreen.
And Swanton and Delta.
That was one time, I think, 34-0 in the second half.
Delta. Yeah. All right, well, yep, Delta had a